Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another positive spin. Now, today we're going to be talking about The Mummy with Tom Cruise. My relationship with this film is pretty much non-existent. I stayed away from this film when it came out at first because everyone badmouthed it. And between this and Dracula Untold, this killed the Universal Dark Monster universe. So, yeah. Then, I rented it because that was basically the only thing I kind of wanted to see. And I was really pleasantly surprised and didn't understand where all the hate came from. Imagine that. Let's put a positive spin on The Mummy. Okay, first thing I noticed about The Mummy is it's beautifully shot, and it just looks fantastic. That's not always, well, I think that is a positive spin for me, because a movie shot beautifully will keep me more engaged. I love the story of, and I'm going to try to pronounce his name, Amamet, I believe, yeah, Amamet. I love the story and the narration and the fact that the Knights Templar had something to do with it. It's actually funny. This movie is almost like a buddy cop movie in the beginning and actually all throughout the film. And this is going to go into spoiler territory if you've never seen it, when Tom Cruise's partner passes away, you get glimpses of An American Werewolf in London because he constantly comes back and talks to Tom Cruise. And every time he does, he's like more messed up. So I like the nod to American Werewolf in London. And the dialogue is very witty. And as I said before, it's actually funny. It's a funny film. And I think the jokes land, and they don't take away from what's going on around it. The CGI is surprisingly good. And this movie has, and I probably already said it, but this movie has a great cast. And this also goes into spoiler territory. It also has Russell Crowe, who is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So you're left to believe that it's going to have a big impact on the overall universe itself. Not sure if that would have been the next film, but he's going to have something to do with it because you can tell from the dialogue. It actually has a lot of slasher elements, and that was a big positive for me. When they tell the story of Amamet, and even some of the other parts in the film, kind of come off as a slasher movie in parts. And I thought that was pretty neat. It's a fantastic adventure movie, but still dark enough to be horror. And I think that what I do is I compare this, because it's a lot like the 1999 film, or 2000, I can't remember which one it was, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Now, everybody loved that movie, but crapped all over this one, and I don't understand it. I actually think this is a better made film. I might like the other Mummy a little bit better with Brendan Fraser, but probably because of nostalgia, because I did see that one in the theaters, and it's a lot of fun, just like this film. And of course I already mentioned this, but I like the fact that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was in it. I thought that was cool, because you kind of see where this film is going. You see it's going to be even if you're not familiar with Universal Monsters, you can tell it's going into that universe. And the reference to Life Force and An American Werewolf in London really surprised me, and I thought it was done extremely well. This is a really good movie. I know this is going to be short, but the whole movie is a positive, so it's kind of hard to break it down without saying exactly specific little things. The whole movie is I think it's a fantastic film. And I'm actually surprised that people hate this movie like they do. I actually found this at Big Lots. I had already had the DVD, but saw that this was at Big Lots, and the, it had the odd looking slipcover, so I just ended up buying it on Blu-ray, because I like this film. It's a shame because, and I do agree with Joe, I wanted to see where the Dark Universe was going to go from here. I wanted to see what would come next. Because they mentioned that it takes a monster to fight another monster. Maybe it would have been Frankenstein. So who knows? Or it could have been the Wolfman. But I really think it would have been a lot of fun. And I really like the direction that they were going. And this has been my positive spin on Tom Cruise in The Mummy. Definitely check out Joe's video to see what his positive spin is, because this was a first time watch for him, and I was curious on his thoughts. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.